Hello Sagittarius, this is a timeless tarot reading for you. Date of recording is the 25th of January 23. This reading could resonate with you at this moment or in the near or far future. For this reading I'm using my own tarot cards, and just let me dive into the reading. In the first row, I'm sensing something about a message, a letter, a document that you could receive very soon about some positive changes in your financial situation. I feel as if this money could be, it could come from your work, but it could also just be a new offer for a better work situation with a better payment. I also feel it is something, I feel as if there is someone who thinks that you deserve this money because you have gone through something. It is maybe it's a kind of institution. Maybe it's some kind of help institution, someone who helps people. If you applied for something, if you are in the need of help, this could be a positive letter coming in. It could also be that someone acknowledges something about you, a talent or something else, and then you could receive some positive news regarding that. It could be your boss who gives you like an extra payment or something like that. It's some extra money. And I feel as if this person that, I don't know if the person, him or herself, gives you the money from her own pocket, could be, but the person could also just be someone who is in a position to decide whether you can receive this money or not. And this person could be a woman, and she could decide that you deserve this. I feel like this person likes you. So it's a kind of sympathy bonus money. Wherever it might come from, there is someone who believes in you and who thinks you deserve this. I'm also getting that this person is quite guided by their heart instead of their logical judgment. Like, this person is not judging you. I mean, they are judging you because they perceive you as good and worthy of whatever this bonus is, but they feel that in their heart. It's not a logical decision they made. Then I'm trying to figure out this Knight card here and how it relates to the previous two cards. It could represent your own energies in a positive way. I mean, I made those cards. I even wrote some descriptions for those cards. And in the positive aspects, the Knight represents, you know, someone who's loyal, someone who's physically active, someone who's physically strong, someone who is reliable, who works a lot, or, you know, we don't have to work a lot always. Sometimes if we are very smart and very efficient in our work, just a few hours of work each day is enough. And some people get more stuff done in 3 hours than others get done in 9 hours, you know. So the Knight also represents that. He's skilled, he's loyal, he has virtues. In the negative sense, he can represent brutality, like a little bit of bloodthirst, like someone who wants to pick up fights, who likes physical battles, someone, it could also represent in a negative sense a workaholic, or someone who is too obedient to authorities, like blindly obeying their king, has no will of its own, or someone who has OCD also, someone who's very possessed with order and structure and perfectionism and all that. But I don't see the card in that negative aspects here. I feel as if it represents an aspect of you that is very reliable and loyal, and probably this person might acknowledge that about you. And I also feel that you might acknowledge that about yourself. Maybe you did not even perceive yourself as, someone who is very loyal and reliable. Maybe you knew it in a logical sense, but you never felt this about yourself. You never felt great about yourself. Like maybe you had some self-doubts, but it could be that there is a realization, like a deeply internal emotional shift that you're having about yourself, that your heart is in the right place. Often people whose heart is in the right place, they are full of self-doubt and self-shaming. And then there are, on the other hand, some people who are actually quite terrible people, but they think so highly of themselves. So maybe there might be a shift in this perception as well. I'm also getting that if you were already very efficient and active, physically active regarding your work or building up your own business, or it doesn't matter, you don't have to build, not everyone has to have their own business, it's completely fine, people are too obsessed with that. I don't know, maybe you clean people's apartments and you take on, or you become even more efficient in that. Like I had a lot of cleaning jobs in the past when I was very young, and sometimes people give you a limited time frame, and I was very eager to please people, so I cleaned as quickly as I could, but you shouldn't clean everything just fast. You also want to do it properly, so that's efficiency, doing something quickly, but also properly, and it could mean anything, this card, to you. And there's just like this, you are already very good at something. It doesn't matter what it is, baking bread, cleaning households, writing, I don't know, working at a bank, being a manager, babysitting, whatever you do. I feel as if you are very good at that already, but as soon as you receive this bonus and this, it's a material bonus I'm seeing, but you will be even happier about the emotional, mental acknowledgement that you are receiving. You will be happy about the material bonus, but it's not your priority, and you will feel very inspired by that, or like motivated. That was the word that I'm looking for. As if you are, after receiving these good news, you will be so motivated to, and that will push you energetically to become even better at what you're already good at. Yeah, then the laurels, they just confirm all of this, what I was already saying. They are just, in my tarot deck, represent like some kind of success. And it's just, and maybe you were in a position of a maiden. I'm taking that maiden card here quite literally. So maybe, sorry, this blurriness. I feel like you will be a little bit astonished when you hear of that. Like she's having this She looks a little bit like she's in disbelief, like, what, me? And this poison card came up in a lot of readings recently, and I often associate it with like poison, drugs, alcohol. I had a lot of negative readings yesterday and the day before, or just not completely negative, but a little bit weird. They all had some darkness in it, but they also had their positive aspects. In your reading, I feel as if this poison could also represent alcohol, but in a good way. Maybe this will just make you want to celebrate something in a healthy way. I mean, you don't have to get drunk and drink 1 bottle of vodka and 2 bottles of wine, nothing like that. Maybe you just have a sip of a glass or 2 glasses of champagne or something, whatever you celebrate with it. You know, like in a healthy way, sometimes it's allowed to celebrate. So that's what I'm just feeling. I'm looking at the bottom of the deck and just to see if there's something that still plays into that. I think this queen represents someone who has, maybe she's even the same person as the Fortuna card. Yeah, it's just, I think it's just someone who sees you, who's benevolent, and who somehow just wants to push you, but they are not completely selfless. I don't mean that in a negative way. Of course, if they want to, you know, they want to further you, they want to push you a little bit more. They already appreciate you. And by letting you know that they appreciate you a lot, they motivate you and they know that will give you a kick to become even better. And then they can also benefit again from your work, not in a negative or exploitative way. Even though we have the thief card here. But I think this thief card could even represent you. Like you could use that bonus to hoard it, to put it to your savings account. I think you will not spend it like crazily. Maybe you will just keep it because you're not sure if something like this will happen again. Maybe it's just a, you know, sometimes it's just an extra work offer, but it's not a regular thing. It could be a one-time thing, and then you have some extra money, but you will not have it regularly. So I see you like putting this money somewhere away, saving it. Maybe for some hard times, or when you want to make a bigger purchase one day in the future. Or I also perceive this facial expression of the thief right now as very reflective, like, sorry. While he puts it away, he could, I can't make it sharp, I'm sorry. He's thinking about like what he could use it for, or yeah. Then we have the rose, the dungeon, the sun, and I don't feel as if these cards relate in any way anymore to this reading. So I think I will just leave it here, and thank you for watching.